Man, I love old people that curse. I love being surprised by because I mean it can slip your mind, but you got to realize that you know obviously all old people were once young, and that
No.
because I interact with so many people every day, it's just so refreshing to see someone like gray haired, just like they're still with it, and then they bust out like an observation and they use a little bit of foul language. You know, I just love it, and this is a very tame example. Okay, I can use the B word on here, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
As long as anything that doesn't label us with an explicit tag on iTunes.
Right. Yeah, it should. Well, actually, it's already been said on the show. It's no big deal. But anyway, one of my jobs, I had a customer very, very upset. Wasn't my fault, but decided to be irate. I ended up kicking him out of the store because they were using profane language. And then little little old lady comes up with her granddaughter, leans in, puts her hand up to her cheek, and she goes, "Don't worry, honey, she was a bitch anyway." And then I just started laughing, and she started laughing, and then just went on with it. But I mean, it's things like that. I've encountered many things like that, but it's just like something you would not expect from them. But it's just cute and awesome coming from old people. I don't know, it's that combination was just like you just want to like high five them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm totally tracking with you, especially when you put it in the old lady perspective. Because when you originally said it, I'm like, I could picture my grandfather cursing all the time, but not when not when a little old lady comes up and says that. It's freaking awesome.
The old ladies and the super young ladies. So like my 2-year-old, when she says, a curse, I'm like, try not to laugh. My wife's going, "Stop laughing, you idiot." I'm like, "Sorry." And she like says, but she says a lot worse than the B word sometimes.
Really?
Like,
I wonder where she gets that from.
Honey. My wife curses a blue streak.
Does she say fantastic?
No. Does she say fantastic? No, she says weird words I say all the time. Like, where did you hear that? She goes, Daddy?
You say fantastic.
Do I say fantastic
when
a
they
lot?
point out who did it.
No.
No,
I
you
didn't
don't
think
say
so.
fantastic
No.
a lot. And then
No.
Scott Molden. Well, never mind. I don't say it.
That's funny because growing up, none of my grandparents spoke English, and so I never heard them cuss and knew it. But then I get married, and my wife's grandparents will sometimes drop one, and you're just like, grandparents don't cuss. What the heck?
What the heck?
Like, what is wrong?
All of a sudden, you just have a certain level of respect. You're like, man, you just let me buy you some mentholadum rub.
The next insure's on me.
I like when the little old ladies curse. And they say, and it's what they're saying as well as part of the curse, because it's just like, whoa, that came out of you.
Yeah.
And then you just like suddenly I'm like treating them like all nice and like they're just like sweet little ladies, and I'm like, wait a second, you're like one of my friends. You're like
You did hear the part where
friends.
Cody said an old lady cursed, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
I was going to
really,
say, were you listening for the last 10 minutes or so?
of course it was. When they add something to it, like a little more like explicit to like the situation, like
Like an F-bomb?
more than an F-bomb. Like they're describing something with an F-bomb. And it's something that should not be describing as a little old lady. I think that's yeah.
All right. So, as usual, Steve D turned this into something dirty. Okay, next.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
All right, can I do my like? Is everybody getting all the out of their system?
Oh yes.
Okay. I love, and I'm probably going to get tired of it, but I love the comments I get on a WordPress blog. Because I'm talking about the scam, like the spammers on a WordPress blog. They try so hard to make sense of what they're saying and make it seem like a real comment, but it never is. It's just easily spottable. But the best one I got looks like yesterday, and here's a comment I got on a WordPress blog for Podnutz. We're doing a Podnutz blog now, so it says, "I need to say, as a great deal as I enjoyed reading what you had to say, I couldn't assist but lose interest soon after a whilst. It is as if you had a great grasp on the topic matter, but you forgot to incorporate your readers. Maybe you should think about this from far more than one angle, or maybe you shouldn't generalize so considerably. It's far better in case you consider what others might need to say rather than just going for a gut reaction towards a subject. Take into consideration adjusting your personal believed procedure and giving other people who may possibly read this the benefit of the doubt." Now, that could be used in any blog anywhere. There was nothing specific in that whole thing, but it was fake.
That is awesome.
Isn't that well thought out spam?
Yeah.
Anyway.
You have a Podnutz blog?
Yes.
What is it? Podnutz.com/blog?
Yes. I mean, it's just bare bones. It's blogs from all you guys. You know, the guys who have shops and are writing articles and put them up
the
there.
rotating block?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In relation to that, Steve, when I'm bored, I'll troll the forums just super quick in some certain areas where people will spam in there, and it'll just be, you know, ridiculous advertisements and then horrible English. But I'll actually answer them like I'm interested, and then post that as a reply.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I see you guys doing that. I'm like, they know this. Why are they answering that? But if you want to screw with them, that's fine. Actually, one guy in the forums, he's continuing. He's getting these spam phone calls about those people wanting to check out his computer, and they're trying to like say like he has Windows viruses and stuff like that, and he's just going along with it. And he has like a good post in the forum about he's just totally wasting their time. He like puts the phone down, watches like 15 minutes of a show, comes back, and just totally is wasting their time. It's pretty good. That was actually one of my other likes, so maybe we'll do that next week. All right, Steve D, what don't you like?
I really hate it when people who have no life and they have no life, so what they tend to do, these people that kind of have no life of their own tend to kind of watch other people that aren't maybe in their life anymore, and they kind of just watch from afar, and they try to kind of like make things out of nothing and kind of just try to piece together little things and try to like build like an awful little little thing out of nothing, or just kind of just build this case for how this person that they don't talk to anymore, that they're an awful person. They just kind of build that case up in their mind, you know, kind of like make somebody evil because of like, you know, circumstances that were out of their control, you know, that kind of thing.
I got you.
I really don't like it when people do that. I think people should just kind of live their own lives and not try to kind of, you know, watch other people and be annoying and just, you know, just do your own thing.
It's true.
So like a disgruntled like ex-best friend or like ex-girlfriend.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Right.
Like when an old friend of yours, right? Like when an old friend of yours just kind of like won't call you and actually say something and be like, you know, or be confrontive in any way, but instead just watches from afar and just kind of tries to make things out of nothing and
it's like spies on you, waiting for you to do something wrong or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just tries to instead of.
I hear what you're saying.
It's like they want you in their life, right? But not enough to actually have the courage to pick up the phone and actually dial it. You know. That really, you know, just
they still want to be involved, but they don't want to be involved positively. They would rather like I had a friend of mine who he really liked role playing games. I didn't like role playing games, and then shortly after I stopped hanging out with him, I started playing RPGs. And then he would always be like, "Man, I thought you didn't like RPGs. Why wouldn't you ever play RPGs with me?" Blah 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 blah. And then I had friends on Facebook like, "What? You're into this now? Well, that's kind of dumb." It's like, why don't you just be? Why are you being so negative? How much time are you wasting? Get on with your life. Go away. I don't talk to you for a reason anymore. Block.
Seriously.
So I guess the question is do you still play RPGs? Because that's really the important part.
I don't have the time anymore, and in the industry I'm in, I can benefit from it. But man, my ADD and OCD, it's a sinkhole of time.
That was a good question.
Hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yes.
If you must know, Eric.
I never played World of Warcraft just for the fear of addiction.
Oh, me either.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like playing video games where I have to type. I don't want to sit there and type my way through. Okay, now go and chop that tree down. Enter. Oh, good. My guy went and chopped down the tree. Oh, yeah. Okay, pick up the tree and put it over there. Enter. Oh, yeah, my guy's picking up the tree and put it over there. No, I like to hit the WASD key and kill and blow people away.
That's how adventure games used to be back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sierra.
Do you remember those? Yeah, those are awesome.
Walk north toward the green door. You are now walking north toward the green door.
Do you remember Leisure Suit Larry? Did you guys ever play Leisure Suit Larry? That was the greatest game ever.
My parents let us buy it they had no idea what it was.
Yeah, of course.
It was cartoony. How bad could it be, right?
Right.
Yeah.
TNA, and a Leisure Suit, and some TNA and TNA and TNA.
It was so wicked.
That was a funny thing.
Yeah.
My dad bought it, but my dad was a nerd, and so he always played the games first. And so I never got to play it.
Oh,
He was like,
yeah, I was gonna say you
"Yeah,
never got to play
that's
it.
not happening."
I have to say, I didn't understand a lot of things that went on in that game at that point in my life.
Wouldn't have either, but
I understood only because my dad had a subscription to Playboy, so
Mine too. Thanks, Dad.
Sierra, King's Quest, Police Quest, Space Quest, they rocked. I loved those games.
awesome games.
Yeah.
And they were all made in a company in my hometown.
Really? What's the name of the company?
Eugene, Oregon. It was
town.
they had a Sierra building there, and then a company later called Dynamics with an X.
Yes.
And I got invited to a gaming circle, and we actually went down to their headquarters, and one of their main huge gaming rooms is like this huge boardroom. They literally had like glass framed, like the deep frames, holding every single one of their boxes for every game they've ever made.
Nice.
And it was so awesome.
Wow, I want to see that. That would take me
dude,
back.
it was amazing.
All right, where were we? We just finished Steve's. Chris is occupied, so why don't we do Eric?
Okay. Are we doing don't likes? Yeah. Okay. My don't like is when you're minding your own business, working, and you're listening to your podcast, because that's what you do when you're working. And some of your friends on the podcast who you think are your podcast throw you under a bus.
Oh.
Elaborate.
Anyone listened to Android App Addicts last week would know that my good buddy Dor chucked me under the bus hard.
I saw the Google Plus posting on this. I did not know what it was about, so please describe the situation.
I forget what's it about.
So, I believe Steve was talking about new phones, and the situation with the Samsung Note came out.
Uh-oh.
To which Dor's reply was, yeah, that was Eric's fault, because he was the one who told him about it or something. And so, yeah, Dor chucked me under a bus, and that's what I don't like.
I understand.
And this is just payback. So, no hard feelings. It's just more fun.
No,
to
there's a few.
All right, maybe one or two, but
Okay.
they're small. It's okay.
Awesome. Thank you
But
for throwing
Steve,
him back
Steve,
on.
I gotta say though, we only know how much you were looking forward to that, and we were trying to find a way to break it to you.
Now,
That's
I know
all.
I was upset, but then Blackhammer wrote me the next day and said it will be out. So what's the truth? I just want the truth. What's the facts?
Well, Blackhammer said first of the year, right? So I guess we'll find out come January.
Yeah, I think it was first quarter. First quarter.
Yeah, so we'll find out in the first quarter.
All right.
Fact of the matter is, you're going to be able to import it either way. So it just depends on how bad you want it.
Right, it's true. It's true. All right, Cody, what don't you like?
Oh my god, I forgot. Oh yeah, I don't like laugh talkers.
What did
Whoa,
they do?
whoa! Wait a minute, buddy. You're getting personal now.
No. This is a very specific type of person, and I don't know if it's my background as a stand-up comic or if it's just me hating people, but this is a perfect example of this. Is someone is just saying like a general statement, or it happens a lot when they're telling a story, but they haven't reached like the funny part of the story yet, but they start laughing almost as if it's like a drum roll to get you to start laughing. So like, it's like, I totally had a barbecue at my house last weekend and Bob came by. He brought some potato salad. It was delicious. And his wife, she had this dress on. It was so beautiful. Do you know how big of an ass you're being right now? You're saying nothing funny. I just cross my arms, I stand there and I just look at them. And this happens a lot with my customers, and I've labeled several of them like laugh talkers. I just sit there and I don't play along. I just listen to them. And I'm like, okay, so is there something I can do for you? Or
Really?
Yeah, I'm the same as Cody. I hate people that do that, or people go, you might. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. I guess I'm just not that good at it. And I'm like, well, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's the computer.
well, I don't know if I go that far, but it's
I'm
not,
just like so serious. I'm just be as serious as possible.
Right.
Yeah, but Chris,
right.
you don't like to laugh, so that's okay.
No, I know I love to laugh. Come on. I love to laugh at other people's expenses.
I stand corrected. Laughing is laughing.
I'm the same though.
I love laughing.
You know what it is,
It's
Cody?
so
You're in
much
sales,
fun.
right?
Pardon me?
You were in sales, right? Like retail
Yeah.
sales.